Thanks for the follow. We are getting started. Sorry for the leap of absence. I was not feeling well physically, and when I'm not feeling well physically, I don't feel well mentally, and then it just sort of rolls on into this whole just not feeling well at all. Yeah, that's fine. Man, Streamlabs OBS is nice. It kind of shows you like everything. Good. Let us continue where we left off. Holy hell, it is like... So were we about to go into Ragous' mansion? I don't remember. I should have watched my last recording of this. Okay, we have to talk to these jokers, so that's fine.
You're looking chipper as always, Flynn.
I've got a lot on my mind, Yuri. Not that you know what that's like.
Yeah, so do I. They just shove these voice lines
Managed
in.
to go out and get your bounty raised even higher?
Maybe.
I thought you went to the magistrate's place.
I went, along with a search warrant from the Blastia research lab.
Ah, so you were able to go inside and look around.
No, the magistrate refused us entry.
Why? He even tried to provoke us. If you really think I have Blastia, try to bust your way in, he said.
He knows we don't have the jurisdiction to do that. He's just making a mockery of us.
Well, isn't he right?
You guys are a bunch of clowns.
What did you say?
Don't do it, Sodia. You can murder him later.
Yuri, whose side
Or
are you
attempt to
on?
murder him later.
It's not a matter of whose side I'm on. If you think you're right, you should force your way inside.
No, it's a trap. Ragous wants the Imperial Guard to make a mistake so he can use it as an excuse to increase the authority of the Council. If we go in now, he'll hide the evidence and feign innocence.
Man, that sounds just like a politician.
Is Magistrate Ragous on the council as well?
Yes. The Imperial Knights and the Council are both essential organizations that support the Empire, but Ragous seems to have forgotten this fact.
So in short, we're not dealing with your everyday magistrate here. Well, have you got a plan for what you're doing next? What, you're out of ideas?
If there were some sort of disturbance inside the palace, the Imperial Knights would be able to move in under the pretense of emergency prerogative.
Ah,
Wow.
yes. The Imperial Knights may employ emergency prerogative to intervene in emergency situations, regardless of jurisdiction.
Yeah, non-definitive
course.
edition, none of this was
But
voice
thieves
acted
snuck
in
in and caused
English.
a ruckus. That'd
So
be enough.
they added newly recorded lines, and they got almost all of the
Yuri,
voice actors
I know you
except
wanna
for
help.
Yuri's voice actor, Troy Baker.
But I shouldn't do anything reckless, right?
And you can tell right away
I
that it
just
isn't
received
him.
a tip that a fugitive with a warrant out for his arrest is trying to get into the Magistrate's palace.
Oh. But yeah, I didn't do my whole beginning spiel, but Matt-tastic here, everybody. After a month hiatus, just because I had to get my mental in order. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, I always have cards in the top that take you to a playlist if you ever want to watch this from the beginning, because this is not the beginning, obviously. This will be the 21st part in at least over 100 episode playthroughs, so yeah, if you want to see this from the beginning, there's always cards up top that take you to a playlist. But yeah, we're back. Tales of the Abyss, I finished that last month. That's being uploaded as we speak. Emotional roller coaster, as always, that game. So my plans for this playthrough are I'm going to show you how to get all the secret missions. I'm going to try to get all of the weapon skills. But like, there are some things that I don't do, like collector's book stuff, and I don't get every single title that requires like annoying things to do, but we'll do the arena, we'll do a good chunk of side quests that require like, if they give me something like a move or a weapon or something like that, then I'll usually do a side quest, but if it's just for collector's book things or stuff like that, I don't usually do it. We actually have another secret mission coming up. I'll try to be more, what's the word I'm looking for, conscious of trying to explain what it is I'm doing, because a lot of the time I think in my head that's what I'm doing, but I'm not really doing that.
This place seems to get bigger every time I look at it. Are members of the council really that important?
The council is a body of nobles which aids in the political administration of the empire.
And
Which
anytime
means
we
they
do New
basically
Game
represent
Plus,
the
we won't be
Empire's
doing,
interests.
we won't be listening to all this dialogue
You
and
don't
stuff. I'll
say.
just be skipping past
So
it.
what about getting inside?
But seeing as how this is like a
Shall we see
first
if there's a back entrance?
playthrough on my YouTube channel, I wanted
Place
to
is
be,
surrounded by a wall, and there's no getting inside unless you can clear it.
you know, I want to include dialogue and story and lore and stuff like that.
You won't last long if you go screaming in a spot like this, your ladyship.
I'm sorry, but who are you?
What do you mean? Me and the kid there are old friends, right, pal?
What are you looking at? I barely know this guy.
It's like this was recorded
Now,
20
don't be
years
like
ago.
that.
I mean, not
What
20
about
years
the
ago.
fun
This
times
is
we
like,
had in jail, Mr. Yuri Lowell?
are you implying that I'm
I don't remember
gay?
telling you my name.
No, no.
See?
What's your
You're a
hang up
celebrity,
anyway, kid?
Yuri.
It's 2021.
So what's your name, mister?
When did this come out?
right.
2008.
I
So
suppose
it's been
Raven
13
will do
years.
for now.
For now, huh? Who the hell does this guy think he is?
Well, Raven, it's been lovely seeing you again. Now buzz off.
Aw, come on. You're trying to get into the palace, right? You just leave it up to old Raven.
Shouldn't we stop him?
Actually, he pulled a trick like this that helped me get out of the castle.
Really? Well, then maybe we can trust him.
I'd like to hope so.
They're right back
They're
there.
coming over here.
But why?
Wait till I get my hands on him. No one uses me as a diversion.
There she goes again with the magic. Now what?
Now we go inside. What else? We just got rid of the guards and all.
Oh. Sounds easy.
Whoa, not the front door. Let's see if we can get in from the side.
Yeah, this next secret mission coming up really blows, by the way. It feels like in the definitive edition, so many of them
so we
got
meet
more
again.
wonky.
Glad to see you're okay. Catch you later.
Wait.
Ugh, it's going down?
And a lot of them were wonky to begin with. Like, we're gonna have to knock this next boss off the boat by getting him to follow us to the edge and then using overlimit to knock him over, and it's really
I don't
annoying.
believe this. You can't control it from down here.
Ugh.
Something smells rank.
Blood.
Might be
Along
the
with
dog.
Something else? It smells rotten. I wonder if he's into raising monsters too.
Could be. He had Ribgaro after all.
Help me!
It's that kid.
What was that?
It sounds like someone's there. Let's go.
Hey, you! Bring that raven creep to me right now!
Huh? Why do I have to do that?
You're friends with him, right?
I told you I hardly know the guy.
Oh, really? You met him in jail, right? That's pretty shady if you ask me.
I can't really argue with that.
I think he's kind of strange, but he didn't seem bad to me.
I'm an
I
anti-hero.
don't think he's all that good either.
Yeah, oh, I need to set up a quick alarm for... I need to get up and stretch like every hour. But I try to have at least 3 episodes worth of stuff before I take my first
Don't
break.
get sloppy!
The thing that's really annoying about doing content creation is copyright bullshit, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do at this point. Like, if I should keep uploading videos to YouTube, I mean, it's good to diversify where your content is, but like, there are so many like copyright strike bots that are like, oh, you know, you're playing music from this game, and it's like, well, my face is also in the corner and I'm talking over the music, but you know, it's just a bot that's designed to listen for the music in general.
This? No, This isn't scary.
Your
So
legs are
it really
shaking.
doesn't matter.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I am.
If my intentions are transformative or the content itself is transformative, so bots don't really care about whether or not your intentions are not to rip them off, because, you know, I'm not ripping them off. But copyright law is murky at best. You know, it's like uploading like Tales of the Abyss, speaking of which, that's the whole reason why I'm talking about this, is like there are fights in the game, there are scenes in the game that play music that apparently is copywritten.
That was annoying.
And so, you know, I get these stupid notifications whenever I upload the videos saying like, oh, you know, there was a copyright claim on your video. Not to worry, even though I'm pretty sure like having copyright claims on your channel, like the algorithm is less likely to recommend me, probably.
Yeah, I beat you into next week.
And so like there's this beta program that allows you to mute the song. And so you have these moments that are supposed to be epic, and it's kind of lessened because you can't play the music that's supposed to go along with the fight that you're doing. Like the final boss battle in that game is probably going to get a copyright strike on it, because there's that, you know, and it's all these like Japanese music companies or whatever bots that these music companies use to like claim the shit. But like the final battle in that game has this huge epic musical
They're everywhere.
ending, like it's a crescendo to the entire game. And the entire game is based around sound and music and singing. And it really blows that I'm gonna have to either just deal with the copyright strike or mute it for the entire fight, because I know it's gonna get struck. And it like is such a demotivating thing when you're putting, I mean, you know, it's not, I could be putting more effort than I am, but at the same time, you know, it's like I still have to play the game. That takes time. Like playing games, that's not the hard part. The hard part is like talking and being entertaining and shit.
It'll be
And
100 years before you can
you
beat
know,
me.
it feels like
a lot longer, right?
Not exactly.
kind of a waste of time when you're having to take elements out of the video to please the algorithm. Just really annoying.
I'm gonna do it.
So I don't know if I should try to continue to pursue Twitch as the only content creation avenue. The thing that sucks about that is like, yes, the market is currently flooded with so many other creators.
I got a little worked up.
But this is what I want. This is what I want to do. Like, so I'm just gonna charge forward. Like, I get what I want in terms of like, if I want something, I'll fight for it. I don't mean for it to sound like predatory or anything. For some reason, whenever someone says something like that, you know, I get what I want.
Let's get this over with.
It oftentimes sounds bad. But what I mean by that is if I see something that I want that isn't a person, I fight for it, I go after it, and like usually if I'm determined I end up getting it. Like I don't know how best to describe it other than like, you know,
I feel power running all through my body.
I get what I want usually. I don't take from somebody, I just like, I don't know how to describe it. I got like a lucky star or something. For example, I'll use this as an example because it still sounds bad, but you know, if you look like a neckbeard I'm the stereotypical heavyweight, like overweight dude with a goatee. So you kind of have to clarify that you're not a bad person these days because our look has been taken over by people who are nefarious. But in 2011, I was in undergrad, and I had initially wanted to be a Japanese teacher. I wanted to teach the Japanese language at the college level. And so, in order for me to fulfill those desires, I was going to go to, I was going to transfer universities to the University of Manoa in Hawaii, in Honolulu. And so I had planned everything out meticulously, months in advance, getting my credits transferred, setting up housing, because I didn't want to live with roommates. I preferred to live alone. All this stuff, you had to send off like a $200 down payment, or maybe it was more than that, but a $200 down payment.
Can you tell me what happened?
Before you were accepted to the university, before your application. Maybe it was an application fee, but whatever it was, I had to send $200, which I did. And so, as it got closer and closer to the date of where I was supposed to move, they didn't talk to me about my housing or what was going to happen. They said, "Oh, well, we didn't receive your payment." I said, "No, I did send the payment.
Do you think that
Like
this is the kid
4
from
months
before?
ago. Here's the receipt and everything." And they're like, "Oh, well, we're sorry. I guess we missed it," and blah, 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 blah. They didn't have a room for me. Last minute, I was going to have like 3 roommates. Like, it was a 4-person house situation. I don't even know what it was, but I was going to have like 3 other roommates. And it's like, you know, I took the time to do this shit in
Could the
advance.
monsters have done this?
And despite all the obstacles that were set in front of me, all the extra hurdles that I had to jump over, I still went. I ended up not staying because I had like a mental, it wasn't so much a mental breakdown. I was like severely depressed because I'd never been away from home before.
It's okay.
And it got to the point where
What's your name?
I had no appetite and I was just like sad all the time. Like, I think to myself, like, what would have happened if I just like stuck it out and stayed, but
Big boy, no more crying. You'll see your mom and dad soon.
it can't change the past.
Okay.
Ultimately, it was an experience. I'd never been to Hawaii before, so that was cool. It was humid as fuck. I left,
Oh man.
you know, New Mexico, which is where I'm from. I left in the winter and it was cold here, so I had like sweats on and a jacket. And when I got off the plane, it was like sunny and hot, and I'm like, oof. And when I got there, like, I was staying at a hotel until I could get accommodated into the university.
Yeah, I guess. And you're so cool. These are the threads that
I took a cab to the wrong, you know, there was 2 hotels that were named the same hotel, like within a block of each other, which was stupid. And the taxi took me to the second hotel, not the one where I actually had a room, so I was too proud to order another taxi to take me there, so I walked a block with all my fucking luggage in this humid weather, and it was just awful. And then, so I was only in Hawaii for like maybe 2 days, and then I said, nah, I'm gonna go back home. Like, that's what I did.
There's no way you could win.
Was not having it.
Oh, I feel so powerful.
But it was an experience. That's the important part. Is experiences shape you as a person. And so, which way did we come in from up here? But, you know, that's what I'm saying, is despite all the shit put in front of me, I bulldozed my way through all the hurdles and decided to still go, even though, like, it feels like the universe was telling me this wasn't the time, this wasn't the path for me. I decided to ignore those signals and charge forward. And it's something that, like, my mother tells me, like, you know, if you want something, you go for it and you
We're
get
done.
it. And
Okay,
Sure.
It's something that I think is true. So if I want to be a streamer, I'm going to be a streamer. You just have to charge forward, man. The thing that sucks is the games that I like to play are very niche. They're not a big time category, and you kind of have to understand that like your community isn't going to be this big, large community, which I'm fine with. But it's you know, being seen in a sea of other content creators is the hard part.
Take this! Crushing Eagle!
You did it, Rita!
Yeah, I guess.
That's the hard part, is getting noticed. What sucks is I was on my way too, like fucking, like depression blows, man.
Oh man.
Or not being able to
All right,
deal
all
with
right.
trolls at the time blows. Now if it gets to the point if someone tries to troll me, I'm just gonna damage right away. Like, I'm not gonna engage. But like, I was playing.
I got a little worked up.
I was doing a playthrough of Dragon Age Origins, and it still to this day remains like one of my most popular uploads. Like, I was doing a shapeshifter mage build because shapeshifter mage is like a meme. It's like, you don't, if you want to do damage as a mage in Dragon Age, you don't play shapeshifter. But that was my plan, was to really like kind of build around shapeshifter and see if I could like, you know, obviously you're gonna need to have a backup character in your party that actually does damage, and you have to, your composition changes because Alistair, whenever he uses Dispel, it also dispels your shapeshift. So there were times where, you know, I'd shape into spider form or whatever, and maybe the enemy put a dot on us, or the enemy buffed themselves, and I had it to where Alistair will automatically cast Dispel if something like that happens. And so
This? Nah, this isn't scary.
Your legs are shaking.
that would happen, and if I was too close to the enemy, the Dispel would also hit me and take off my shapeshift. And in that game, let me turn full ton off.